Hi, my name is Hillary Sunderland, and I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Beacon Wealth Consultants. And for this month's update, we want to provide you with some information on how we are ensuring that your investments continue to align with your values. And we want to provide you with a quick update on some things we're doing behind the scenes to be an advocate for change. We hope you enjoyed this update. Well, like many things in our society, investing in the market has become commoditized. Investors often think of investing as just some index out there like the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, or the NASDAQ index. Or they may think of investing as simply numbers on a page or a list of different ticker symbols. If you ask people what the point of investing is, the vast majority will tell you that investing is simply a means to an end and believe that how they earn their money doesn't matter. With how investing is portrayed in the media, it's easy to forget that when you invest in the market, you are investing in actual businesses. But the reality is, when you invest, whether through a mutual fund, an ETF, or an individual stock, legally, you become part owner of that business. And according to Investopedia, because shareholders are essentially owners in a company, they reap the benefits of the business's success. You are giving a company capital, and you want that company to grow and to prosper. You want that company to attract more customers and to sell more of its products. Otherwise, you wouldn't be investing in it. So at Beacon Wealth, we believe that investing is an opportunity to be a responsible steward of the resources entrusted to our care, which means that we care not only about the financial return of our investments, but also the social return of those investments as well. We want to earn profits in a way that's pleasing to God. Now, most investors pay little, if any, attention to the actual holdings in their investment portfolios, but we pay very close attention on a regular basis because we don't want to invest in companies whose services or business practices are in conflict with our clients' most closely held belief. And that's why we look for companies that are making a positive impact. So those companies that are demonstrating strong servant leadership, that live out the golden rule in their business practices, that provide compelling value through the products and services that they offer, and that demonstrate social responsibility and strong corporate governance. We call these companies shining light companies. And if you are a client that invests in our individual stock strategy called Select Equity, you will see that we often write blogs on these companies to tell you a bit about what they're doing behind the scenes to make the world a better place. So in addition to these positive impact screens, we also employ exclusionary screens on our portfolios. And pornography is one of those screens, because we believe that no organization or corporation should profit from or contribute to sexual exploitation. But unfortunately, many mainstream companies do just that. We use 3 different screening providers to provide us with data on our exclusionary screens. And these screening providers recently picked up an issue identified by the National Center on Sexual Exploitation, which is the leading national nonpartisan organization exposing the links between all forms of sexual exploitation, such as child sexual abuse, prostitution, sex trafficking, and the public health harms of pornography. Now, last year, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist Nicholas Kristof called out Pornhub in an explosive New York Times column. Just to give you a little background on Pornhub, Pornhub is one of the largest online pornography websites in the world, and it regularly distributes material that is illegal under federal or state law, such as child sexual abuse and obscenity on a massive scale. In Kristof's Children of Pornhub investigation, he noted that the site is infested with rape videos. It monetizes child rapes, revenge pornography, spy cam videos of women showering, racist and misogynist content, and even footage of women being asphyxiated in plastic bags. So a really alarming piece that came out. So around the same time this piece was published in the New York Times, numerous survivors have come forward about their sex trafficking or child sexual abuse being filmed and then uploaded and shared countless time on Pornhub or other MindGeek websites. For example, in a recent lawsuit, plaintiff Jane Doe, number 1, alleged that she was just 16 years old when she was drugged and raped by a man in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And this abuse and rape was filmed. That same man entered into an agreement with MindGeek to share profits from the views and downloads of Jane Doe's victimization on MindGeek websites. MindGeek reviewed, categorized, tagged, and disseminated images and videos depicting the rape and sexual exploitation of 16-year-old Jane Doe. And at no time did MindGeek or Pornhub attempt to identify Jane Doe's identity, age, inquire about her status as a victim of trafficking, or otherwise protect her from traffickers, or while the video of her being drugged and raped was sold, downloaded, viewed, and otherwise advertised on Pornhub. And this is just one devastating example of some of the things that are going on these global websites. Now, this is pretty heavy, and obviously at Beacon Wealth, we're not investing in companies like Pornhub, so why do I even bring this up? Well, the credit card companies that process payments on these websites receive a processing fee equal to a percentage of the transaction. So every time these violent and degrading videos and pictures are sold on sites like Pornhub, the credit card company that processes these transactions receives a cut as well. Now, one of the most effective ways to dismantle the infrastructure of the internet-based pornography industry is to cripple its payment process. And shortly after the New York Times piece and this investigation came to light, and also following pressure from the National Center on Sexual Exploitation, several leading credit card companies cut ties with Pornhub, which was a huge step in the right direction. However, recently, Visa has decided to reinitiate a relationship with MindGeek, which is the owner of Pornhub, and other websites, with the caveat that they must keep the videos professional. Visa's recent decision to continue to process payments for some of the world's most prolific sexual exploiters means that Visa is directly profiting from this type of activity and enabling this abuse to continue. So given that Beacon Wealth is deeply committed to environmental, social, and governance concerns, we believe that Visa's renewed support of the pornography industry leaves Visa open to liability and signals that Visa is not committed to corporate responsibility. So as such, we divested our shares and wrote a letter to the board of directors and the executives at Visa, which is shown here, urging them to take action to protect children and defend human dignity. Now, I just wanted to encourage you that we are advocating on your behalf and advocating for change to be made at the corporate level. And should you wish to take further action on your own, we encourage you to visit the National Center on Sexual Exploitation's website. The web address is shown there on the right. There you can send an email to both the Department of Justice and your congressional representatives, urging them to take action against companies such as Pornhub. We hope that by shining the light on poor business policies and practices and advocating for change, we can be the salt and light that this world so desperately needs. And we will continue to work on behalf of our clients to align their investments with their values. Thank you for standing with us to create a world free of sexual exploitation.